Hello, my name is Virginia Anastasova and I'm a member of the Ecospace team. In today's video, we will look at topic number 6 of our SketchUp Studio series, and this is the topic of terrain modeling. In the last video of the course, we modeled furniture, and now it's time to get acquainted with another way of modeling in SketchUp. This way is related with points and segments and is used for terrain modeling. We will look at the methods of modeling a terrain with the basic tool for this purpose, the Sandbox Tool. It consists of several separate tools. The Sandbox Tool does not need to be installed additionally. It is in the SketchUp. All you have to do is to activate the tool from the menu Window, Extension Manager, and click on the button Enable. In this case, it is activated and I will not click this button. When you finish, click Apply Changes on the right side of the screen and close the window. Then, if you don't see it here at the front of the toolbar, you can turn it on with a right click and check the Sandbox. Sandbox is a tool for modeling shapes in SketchUp from one surface. Today we will look at the tools from the Sandbox tool. These tools are from contours, from scratch, smooth, stamp, drape, add detail, and flip edge. Let's begin. We start with the first tool from contours. This tool will model an object from contours. I will create these contours with the tool freehand. As you can see, the contours are placed in height and at different levels. One is higher, the other is lower. The tool from contours will model our terrain exactly based on these contours. I mark them and click on the first icon from contours. Here you see the result. We got an object created entirely based on several contours. Now I will zoom in on the object and you will see for yourself that it is created by complex geometry, consisting of lines that are composed of individual points and segments. Each point could be modeled independently. If you want to see the object more clearly in the full image, go to the menu View and click on Hidden Geometry to remove the check. The object becomes clear and what is visible are only the contours. We continue with the next tool from scratch. This tool creates a grid that resembles a coordinate system. The grid consists of many squares and we can set its size ourselves. I click on the tool and start drawing a grid. I set the size to 5000 by 5000. I start from my starting point and drag with the mouse. You can model terrain, add elements, and completely customize your site. Let's look at the third tool, Smooth, which I will apply exactly in this grid. With this tool, you can model the entire surface. I click on the grid and then on the Smooth, and you see that I get a red circle that covers the radius of the surface. In this case, I click at one of the points on the surface and lift or push down. If your radius is too large, you can resize it by typing the size you want at the bottom right of the box. In this case, the terrain will acquire a more organic look. You can constantly change the radius and create interesting shapes. The tool is also suitable for creating 3D panels, for example, for an interior wall. However, let's see if this tool works with the first object I created with the first tool from contours. I enter the group of the object, I choose my tool Smooth, and you can see that modifications. Let me return, however, to the modification with the grid. Now I will make a quite ordinary house. My goal is to show you how this house can be inserted into the terrain. I create a rectangle with dimensions 900 and from the other side 450. I lift. The height I will make 300. I take the line tool and from the short side I make a line in the midpoint. With the tool move, I lift. I group the object and move it where I would like to be positioned. As you can see, the object is in the air. I click on the next tool stamp and specify the grid. The tool will create a path for the house or the foundation on which to place the house. I push down and you can see that I got a path on which to build the house. Now I move the house and as you can see, it is positioned exactly on the foundation. However, I would like to create a path around my house now. How can I do it? I draw lines using the arc tool. I set offset with the offset tool. I close it and get an object. However, to see the outlines of the road, I need to clear my terrain of all lines, points and segments. Right-click on the soft and smooth edges and in addition, the two checkboxes on the right need to be turned on. Also, you can adjust the scale degrees on the right. I position my path above the terrain in a place where I would like it to be outlined. I join the group and click on the Drape tool. Can I put any materials in my field now? Of course, I can. You need to be in the group and with the help of the bucket, you can put whatever material you want. In this case, I will put on my main terrain a material like grass and on the path some suitable material. Also, I would like to emphasize that you can download ready-made 3D models from the 3D warehouse at any time. However, you need to observe the technical parameters of the 3D elements and keep it in mind that the more complex the element is, the more difficult your scene will be. In this way, you can model entire terrains, either by your self-created, either by contours from a topographic map, or a CAD drawing, regardless. If you are interested in this tool, you can watch another video of ours, which I will leave in the description below the video. The next option I want to show you from the Sandbox is the tool Add Detail. How does it work? I'm creating a grid again with the Sketch tool. I enter the group and click on the Smooth tool, which will make convex and concave parts. However, I would like to add additional details. How can I do it? I have to be in the group again, choose a point, and click on the Add Detail tool. You can see that I get a more complex geometry, and now, again with the Smooth tool, I can make additional concave or convex areas. By changing the radius, interesting shapes can be modeled. Let's look at the last tool, Flip Edge. Its role is to change the direction of the dotted lines. For example, if you need to change direction to correct a certain area of the terrain, this tool is exceptionally suitable. With one click, you change the modeled object and this will save time. These are all Sandbox tools. As you can see, you can easily model a complete terrain consisting of different components. This was today's terrain modeling video. Thank you for your attention. Expect the next video, which will be on the topic Science and setting up the camera in SketchUp. You can follow us on the social media for more useful content.